Hello everybody, Sifd here again with another Goobies run, and today we're gonna do another one with not Bloodbath because people wanted to see a new run, and we're gonna play with Wiggle because he has 4 choices and I want to continue going for the 1 item run, and 4 choices obviously gives us the ability to do so. What is today's build gonna be? Well, right now nothing, so we're gonna go with Tranquil Eye, we're gonna go with attack speed I would say. We still have not found a single item that is going to be the run. The first item we're going to get is what the run's going to be. Okay, it's definitely not going to be these two. It's going to be Frostbolt. First of all, not Slash because we have done Slashes a million times and we did Wiggle Worm last time. So, Frostbolt attacks have 10% chance to conjure Frostbolt that slows hits enemies by 20% and deals 2.6 damage. This is it. This is the build. The Frostbolt build. One of the weaker weapons in the game. Amam is here. Could have done an Amam build, but too late. Let's go with damage, 15%. Let's see how this is going to go. I really want to see the Frostbolts in action. None of these. Movement speed gives me damage. That is always a good choice. Definitely late game helpful. Hopefully we're gonna get a bunch of stats, and really hopefully we're not gonna get trash early game, because the early game throw away the levels is really bad. Attack speed 20% or more damage low life. We're gonna go attack speed 20%. Let's get the attack speed going. The low life thing I'm never gonna try to use anymore again, because now it no longer is bugged. Attack speed even more, movement speed which gives us damage, and we're gonna go even more attack speed. It's a bit weird that we get triple attack speed back to back, but I'm happy about it. Would have enjoyed having triple defense back to back, that's always more helpful. We found a tranquilizing mass, we obviously take this. This is the orb around us. This does not count as an attack in my opinion. The things I don't count as an attack is the orb around us and the Wizzy Willy balls. I don't know exactly what they're called. Definitely should not have used those wordings, but whatever. Attack speed and frenzy. Honestly, this is good, but we're gonna go with damage. The attack speed aspect of this whole game doesn't really matter that much, because elites and bosses can roll 80% attack speed, and then boom, the attack speed you invested into is useless. Attacks have a 12% chance to hit an ice ball that has a 25% slowing and does 5 damage. Nice. So that thing got increased. Very, very nice. Let's hope the Frostbolt's gonna be cool and good. And we got damage up, or the Frostbolt. Obviously, we're gonna go with the item of choice. That's always a first choice in my opinion. So 15% chance to conjure bolt, 30% slow, 6.6 damage. So this is a bit better. Look at the Frostbolts just slowly moving, and then they stop and disappear. So they don't have infinite go, which fair enough, but I think my bullets have infinite go. Let me actually miss on purpose. Yeah, look at this. The bullet literally never stops going. We found the crit chance. We always want to get the crit chance. I see the damage here, but the crit chance is always the go-to choice because of the good mechanic of cardiac arrest. If you don't know, final level of that gives you crit chance, have a chance to instantly kill bosses and everything actually. Let's go with attack speed and frenzy. 15% chance to gain a frenzy stack of 5% attack speed. It's good. It's helpful. By the way, I'm not sure, you know, are you a new viewer or are you an old viewer? I would like to know how many of you are, like, literally, today is your first video seeing this. Yellow Sapphire, let's go with this. Movement speed gives us damage. The reason why I'm asking is because I'm getting into, like, a habit of trying to explain every choice I do and everything I do, and, you know, sometimes I'm also re-explaining mechanics. I'm pretty sure old viewers are getting tired of that. Movement speed gives damage. But I also want to be inclusive with the new viewers, in my opinion. Although inclusivity is a very triggering word lately, because of wokeness and whatnot. But that's, you know, obviously not what I mean. You get what I mean. High life opponents get damaged again. I would say yes to that. Honestly, there was a boomerang there, by the way. We're gonna do a boomerang build at one point. The meme is coming in, boys. The boomerang build is gonna happen. We're memeing it up. The most useless item in the game. I mean, Frostbolt's also pretty bad, so this is a very good chance to see how Frostbolt's good or how Frostbolt bad. And here we go, Frost Nova, the upgrade of it. I'm still seeing the damage, but obviously first here. So 15% chance to Frostbolt, 30% slow, 6.6 damage. And now add the new effect. The Frostbolt has a 25% chance to trigger an Ice Nova, dealing 4 damage. 25%, but when is the Ice Nova triggered is my question. Here, oh, I see it. It's like a small explosion. So that means we are now in AoE build. We do care about AoE, as those Frost Nova explosions seem to be AoE centric. Especially when I'm seeing such a small explosion, it really just reeks get AoE. Crit chance and crit damage, we always take that. Hey look, the goo, my most beloved item that people started hating. We're gonna now all hate together for the boomerangs. It's a mum. Well, it was not a mum, it's Mumza, and I think it was, I don't know what it was. XP gain, let's go. Somebody told me that 30% XP gain is almost the same as requiring 50% less XP. Crashed Ruby, 25% chance, yeah, just more crit chance. And another level from the magnetism goo. No, we're gonna go movement speed gives you damage. Very nice. At this point my damage is at 17. No, I'm seeing some 10 damage shots. Let's get the magnet and go. Somebody commented and told me that the dev made the portal actually expand faster because people were actually using and abusing. I'm so stupid, man. I think I just realized I think the comment was talking about me specifically. You know who you are if you comment below. Let's go with XP gain, I would say. Although tranquilizing mass is also good. What's the joke? Sometimes I'm just straight up missing jokes. I'm really good at being the guy that's like the joke and it flies over your head. I am the guy that's below the joke. Anyway, let's go. But it makes sense. I'm very pragmatic. Is pragmatic the word? I'm not really sure if pragmatic is the word. Let's go with increase the AoE. I do see this, but increase the AoE. I don't care about that. Oh, we got tranquilizing mass. Very nice. Twice. Very nice. One could say I am Drax. You know, I mean, not that much. He's a comic relief character as to how much he only cares about reality. But here we go, bleed. But Frost Nova, I said we're gonna go with first choice on this, so we're gonna forcefully take that. 6.6 damage goes up to 9.9, 30% chance to do the explosion, and from 4 damage it does 8. So that's a sizable increase there. Once again, crit chance is the best item in the game, but you know, trying to do the build, and I'm not even forcing myself. Like, I do know some people have commented back in the day saying that it's not fun when I try to sandbag and, you know, not get the best choices possible. Let's go with movement speed is damage, but I am getting the best choices possible. This is a frostbolt build, so getting the weapon is the best choice possible, even though we have realized that, obviously, just getting crits is the best. Here we go, another upgrade, Icicle Rain. 70% chance to conjure frostbolt that slows enemies by 50% and deals 14 damage from 10. The frostbolt has a 40% chance from 30 to deal 12 damage from 8 and a 20% to trigger a volley of 5 icicles dealing 4 damage. Double if slowed. What is double if slowed, man? Opponents are slowed anyway. So the icicles is when the explosion happens, it just pops some things on the ground. That's what I think it is, right? I need to see the explosion happen to be able to actually see the icicle. I'm not sure. If on damage, we're gonna take damage. Dizzy Balls was there. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure about the icicles and whatnot, but the frost, wherever they go, everything dies. I want to see late game how that's gonna function and how powerful it's gonna be. I would say high life opponent take more damage, over movement speed gives you damage. Let's go with high life opponents to take more damage. You know, or get repeated damage, I guess. Maybe that's what's crashing bosses sometimes. Maybe the repeated damage gets repeated again, and all those calculations happen before the damage goes through. And here we go, Legendary Ice Rain. Hopefully this is over levels. 20% chance to trigger, 65% slow, 20 damage from 16, 50% chance to do the explosion thing, 19 damage from 14, 35% chance to trigger a volley of icicles of 10, not 5, and then more damage if slowed. And now the icicles should be visible, I think. I would assume that they happen on explosion, right? And like, maybe I should just pause for half a sec. Is this the icicle? Do you see the icicle? I think it's gonna be like... I think it's the... No. No, I'm not sure what it is. We found the attack speed thing or the tranquilizing mass. I'm gonna say we go with tranquilizing mass, honestly. The reason being that in 1 or 2 levels from now, it will give us shielding. And we definitely want the shielding because we don't want to explode at the end game. We also need thick height. We don't have a single level of thick height. Man, I'm seeing some pips happen on the ground, but I only see them on the ground. I'm not fast enough at seeing them. Ah, I saw them. I saw them for half a sec there. I saw them for half a sec. It's literally like a thing that just spreads. It looks like this. It looks like triplets spreading. Like this. This is exactly what I'm seeing. I don't mean this animation if you don't know what this attack looks. I mean, it looks literally like this. It's like, it spreads like a little bit of pips. A small amount of pips. It's very hard to see. Here we go, thick height, 5% damage taken. We take that on a heartbeat. 5% damage taken is nothing, by the way. At the final level, that thing gives you 30. Actually, at the final level, I think it gives you 50% damage taken. So it's really important to get that. Zigrid. Zigrid died. Boom. Whoa, let's go. 15%. Spiky height. From 5 instantly up to 15. Just like that. Ask and you shall receive. As I always say, ask and you shall receive. Always request what you want to get. There is no downside. There is literally no downside. As long as... you're not one of those people that says, oh, I hoped for it and I got disappointed and I now feel crashed. Because I have met those people, right? I'm really much ask and you shall receive person. I'm really always chase your dreams and always try to chase your dreams. Always try to project what you want to get, you know, all that manifest stuff. I mean, That's a completely different... That's like a theory that exists, and it's an easy way of explaining what my thought process, but I don't care about that manifest stuff. Let's go with projectile damage. It's better than damage on low life, because I'm not gonna be low life if I can avoid doing so. So yeah, even if you don't believe in manifest and all that thing of, you know, manifest your future and whatever, that's a belief system and you can do whatever you want with it. But I still believe that you should do what they say, practically speaking. Like, you should try to project what you want to happen, in my opinion, always. And you want to... Oh, we've overleveled it. Let's read the overlevel. So 20% chance, 65% chance... No, 65% slow, 21 damage, 50% chance to trigger an icicle, 48 damage. So that is what's increasing, the explosion. And 20 icicles of 29 damage. Okay, 20 icicles should be visible, right? When they happen. Yeah, it's like an... It's literally like an ice explosion. None of these, so we're gonna go with throw them out. Throw them out. It's raining ice. Hallelujah. So yeah, unless, by the way, more damage from 46 to 62, 25 icicles. I really enjoy that it gets more icicles. This is the most exciting part, that it gets more icicles. And also more damage. So yeah, I do believe that you should try to always project what you want to succeed, to get, etc, etc. That's why I'm always saying ask and you shall receive. So I'm more of a, I guess, the simplistic approach of the whole thing. I'm not that deep into the whole idea of meditation and whatnot. Although I do believe in those things. I do believe that they help you. But I'm just not saying that I am full-on bored trying to convince people to do that. But the ask and you shall receive, I am full-on bored. And I do think people should actually try to do that. Like, you should always request and ask for what you want. At most, you're not gonna get it. At least you have asked for it. And if other people have control over it, maybe you're gonna give away your wants, radius of AoE. Maybe you're gonna give away your wants, and that might be bad. Maybe the 42 laws of power or 40 laws of power, I don't even remember what exactly it is. I haven't read the book, I want to read that. Maybe a lot of, you know, manipulation tactics and controlling people tactics say the opposite of saying everybody, you know, to everybody, announcing what you want to get and etc, etc. I'm pretty sure they should be the opposite. I'm pretty sure manipulation books and, you know, social engineering books and whatnot definitely tell you to not do that. But you should definitely, I'm pretty sure they do tell you that you should strive for your targets, right? So just not announcing it is the difference. And I am okay with that part. Like, not announcing things is a completely different discussion that we're not really having right now. Oh, let's go. Da, 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 da. The main thing is ask and you shall receive, man. Or otherwise known as the secret. Da, 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 da. Sifd is Read the Secret? Yes. It's the first big book I read, by the way, that literally affected my life. And then I gave it to a friend of mine, and he was like, yeah, I'm not really sure about it. When you were selling me the whole idea, I found it more awesome. Now that I read the book, it doesn't feel so magical anymore. Fair enough. I am a person that really enjoys always trying to pull the most out of a thing. That's what I always do. Like, I'm trying to find the best possible out, or the best possible outcome, or the best possible application, or the best possible use. Always trying to find the positive, find the useful, and discard the useless and discard the negative. That's also why I'm not asking for, like, I'm never negatively requesting. Like, I do say panic, but I'm not like, I hope I'm not gonna get this. Okay, 15% chance to get 25% armor. We're gonna obviously take this. 5 orbs around us. Now we have the shielding mechanic. So that should protect us from getting one shot. I'm always like positive side. Same goes with the secret, by the way. If I sit there down and sit and talk with somebody, and if you ask me like if I really truly believe that there is a magical force, you know, the force of attraction, that if you use it you can attract things towards you, you know, if you want me to get convinced for the hocus pocus, I'm gonna say no. But if you want me to use that idea for something positive, I will do so. And that's why I also enjoy the whole idea of that. No, definitely not. Yes on the damage. Because obviously the idea being that it works. In my mind it works. Like, it's useful. It's useful to be positive. It's useful to always think about things you want. At least in my opinion. And I also don't think everybody can do that. I think a lot of people are stuck in their ways. And I don't mean that with a negative way. Obviously getting stuck in your ways is definitely has definitely a negative connotation in our society. But, oh, here we go, post-mortem. So when opponents die, blah, 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 doesn't matter. The thing that matters is that when they have more than 80% health, 35% chance to take 75% more damage. So that's almost double damage at full health. So yeah, what was I saying? Manifest, blah, blah, blah. I completely forgot what I wanted to say. Oh yeah, stuck with your ways. Although it has a negative connotation, being stuck in your ways. By the way, the frostbolts are insane. I don't think it's only negative. I really don't. Like, although I do disagree with people that are stuck in their ways, and I do very much try to always convince them to a different position, and, you know, I'm doing that. I'm very much a person that enjoys convincing people to do stuff, and not specifically, like, manipulation or something. I just enjoy... I guess I enjoy disagreement, and then one of the two convinces the other. Me included, by the way. I do also enjoy getting convinced about things, and I'm always open to learning new stuff, and, you know, especially when something I don't know about. Like, let's say I believe... I don't know. Let's say I believe... the machine gun is the cross slash is the best item in the game, right? And then somebody comes along and convinces me about the opposite. They need to convince me though, like put out math and just convince me, and then I love it. And then I'm like, oh, I learned something that I didn't think I existed. I don't think so. I didn't know that. And that's also true with everything, by the way. That's true with politics. That's true with everything. Like literally everything. I am strong-willed. I have a strong opinion about things, but I also change opinions very easily. But if that doesn't make sense, those two things are the opposite. Well, if you live life long enough, you're gonna realize they're not really that opposite. Because how I am feeling it, how I'm, I guess, experiencing life alongside another friend of mine, because I talked about about this with a person that is pretty similar to me, and yeah, we realized that we're pretty much samey. And the thing is, I think people that are hard to convince enjoy getting convinced because they realize themselves that they are hard to convince, right? So I realize that I'm hard to convince, but the thing is, whenever I'm quote-unquote strong-willed, it's not because that's what I believe in the end. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm always disagreeing. Like, I do enjoy the talk. I do enjoy the disagreement. I do enjoy the opinion sharing, you know? And that's why I do enjoy getting convinced about things. Like, I really enjoy getting convinced, but you need to convince me, right? It's not like, oh, if you enjoy getting convinced, why don't you just agree with everything? No. I'm gonna disagree with you, and you need to be good enough at changing my stance. Now, of course, we can agree, right? Of course, we can literally say the same things and agree. It's not always like, oh, you say something, I disagree with you, no matter what happens. No. I'm just saying that when I have an opinion, and then somebody else has a different opinion, I do enjoy the discussion that comes out of it. And most of the time, I'm not backing out because... I'm sorry, but a lot of people are not good at convincing, okay? I don't know, you definitely have met them. Let's go 20% damage taken or the bleed idea. Let's go with less damage taken, because I don't want to randomly lose. Also, the frostbolts are insanely good. Yeah, like, some people are really not good at convincing, and I think the people that are not good at convincing are the people that just don't care about convincing you. It's as simple as that. Like, they just don't care about it. They're like, I don't want to convince you, I just want to tell you what I believe, and then if you don't believe me, then yeah, okay, so be it. I do know that there are people like this, and it's fair. You might be too. Like, a lot of people are like this. It's a normal thing, but I'm not. I'm one of those people that has opinions, wants to share them, wants to agree, disagree, wants to see different point of views, wants to learn what you believe, why you believe it. Like, I do enjoy learning humans, learning people, learning ideas, opinions. Let's go, AoE, let's go. Open our elites here. Let's avoid hits. Now, we don't have the cardiac arrest, so, and the bleed and whatnot. Another elite appeared. So right now, we are very weak on damage. I know I literally had the choice to get the bleed and decided to go for the shielding. Explode on death, obviously not. I mean, I say obviously, but obviously that's one of the better items in the game. Anyway, let's continue. Somebody also told me to go with wildfire and explosions on death to see what does more. Whoa, let's go! 30% damage taken. Just like that. Is there another elite? Because I heard another elite. I might be wrong about that though, because I have my sound a bit on the lower end. And also I'm talking alongside everything else that's happening. Okay, let's not try to shoot towards where the boss is. Even more AoE, obviously we're gonna take that. So the frost explosions start becoming huge, bigger and bigger. Nice, bye-bye Zig. No, that was a mom, wow. A mom died before Zigrid. Fair enough. And now Zigrid's also toast. Good chance! Let's go. I didn't cancel it, by the way, just press tab. 119. Okay, so from here on out, we no longer need crit chance. We got like 60% out of that for free. Try to hit in there. Is there another magnet outside? There is not. Well, then we just kill those for no reason. Let's go on. So, yeah. And I have another friend, like, I tried to combine that with a friend talk. I have another friend that is exactly like me. He's good at convincing people. And he very hardly is getting convinced by others because people are not good at convincing. But he does enjoy learning new things and trying to see the opposite point of view and trying to understand where the other person's coming from, and enjoys getting convinced if somebody has an opinion he didn't think about. Like, that's the point, right? The idea is you have to find an opinion that I haven't thought about. Because otherwise I have thought about it. And then you're just telling me stuff that I already know. And therefore you're obviously not convincing me because I know what you're telling me already. By the way, this seems to be close to the end of the video. Man, 20-minute run. The fastest Goobies run ever. That happens when you play with trash builds. Am I right? Which, by the way, isn't even true because these frostbolts do actually clear out whatever they're hitting. So that's nice. The explosion, actually. Come on, man. Give me more levels on the frostbolts. Give me more levels on those frosts. Hit him, boys. Hit him, boys. Boom, boom, boom. Go, 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 go. Come on, man. I definitely... You need the bleed, guaranteed. Without the bleed and the cardiac arrests, there is no game. Here we go. Let's get the bleeds. Thank you very much. Cardiac, come on, give me... No, crit damage. 5%, whatever. I'm gonna take that. Accepting 5% damage is okay. We also don't have that much... I was about to say we don't have that much AoE. That's a lie. We have the frostbolts of explosion. And here are coming tanks. Here they are. Incoming. Whoop. Exploding death opponents. Oh, the more of those exploding death we have, by the way, the better. Because in this game, exploding death hits the opponents too. Somebody commented in one of the first videos that this is one of the few games where I don't hate exploding death. Yeah, I have already mentioned it in a completely different game, which was... I think on first dungeon is when I mentioned that first time. What is this? And what I mentioned was that as long as exploding death hits the opponents alongside me, I'm okay with it. But it needs to hit opponents alongside me. If it only hits me, then I hate it. Maybe it was the zombie, just another zombie survivor, something like that. Maybe I said it there. Yeah, most likely I said it there because that's another game where exploding death happens to the opponents alongside you. So it's literally the one aspect that you need to do for the exploding death to not be stupid. You need to add a strategic element to it. It should not, like, exploding death should not be, I need to avoid this. Because then it's boring. And it's just a punishment if you don't avoid it. It should be, I need to avoid this. But also, if I place it in a good spot, I could get free damage out of this. That's what it should be. Okay, boss incoming. Elite, actually. Okay, let's try to hit the elite here. I'm shooting some frostbolts over there. Let's go closer. Hey, elite. We're going down today. We're going down today. Let's go destroy a mom. A goose, nope. Which is not a mom, by the way. It's Magmus. Here we go. Even more bleed. Even more lasers. Even more bleed. Bye-bye, Magmus. Crit chance. That's levels. Because double crit chance is not a thing in this game. After asking this for 50,000 times, I have actually the answer now. Multiple crits is not a thing. Boom, boom. Running in. Let's go. Let's go, runners, go. Wow, that explosion on the frostbolts. Love it, love it, love it. Let's go on. Destroying opponents. By the way, I was thinking about how to do the personality thing. Like a couple of days ago, I talked about personalities and whatnot. I think what I'm gonna do is I want to line up first some intro or some pilot or something. I was thinking about how exactly to explain. Stop. I was thinking about how exactly to start this whole thing. I want to talk about some things I have been reading up to and paying attention to for the last 2 years now. And I think the time has come for me to open a new channel that's going to have to deal with human nature and personalities and whatnot. And I need to, like, explain the basis of everything. Because obviously there is a lot of things that people already know, but I want to, you know, do my own little thing on the aspect. Let's go bleed, and the next level is gonna be the cardiac arrest. So now we just need one more level, and we are busted. Hey, elite. Come on, elite. Wow, madness is happening. I love this. I love this. I love this. It's actually a challenge, man. We're actually playing the game now. AoE radius. Run it back. Nice. AoE obviously is godlike for us because frostballs are insane. Let's go. Level maybe? Nope. The idea is you shoot out a frostbolt, and when it explodes, you go with it. Shoot out all the frostballs. Maybe we need more attack speed. Maybe that's the play. Have more attack speed, shoot out more frostbolts. Run up, run up, run up, run through. Coming through, coming through. We haven't gotten our boreal gifts, by the way. At this point, too late, of course. Too late, too late. Run it back, run it back. Oof, 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 oof. Too many tanks, too many tanks. Too many tanks. Okay, I need to run through this the moment I get the shield. Mumza and Magmus, so that's not good. And the reason is because Mumza was gonna come up to us and kill us, but I actually avoided. And Magmus was also gonna hit us with a laser. So in general, this was a very bad roll. Let's go. explosions in there. Laser beam of Mumza. When I say Mumza, I mean Mumza. I mean Magmus. Mumza, Magmus. All the names with M. And then we also have a Mum. And then we also have Ziggurat. Ziggurat is very random. Mumza, Magmus, a Mum. A lot of M's in this game. A lot of M's. The reason why I'm saying a lot of M's is also because I have a letter issue, I guess. I remember names like, oh, your name is something with A. Your name is something with O. Like, I literally learned... Oh, XP again, let's go. I literally... like... What is it called? I literally learned a girl like 2-3 days ago, and I just remember that her name started with O. And the thing is, I asked the name like 3 times, so I'm really bad at names, man. I should start writing them down and whatnot. Well, the good thing is that I know who I have to ask to get the name again, because there were people there. But like, that's also the issue at the same time, right? Like, I'm thinking, oh, if I need to find the name again, I will just look it up. I will just, you know, ask that other person that I definitely know remembers. But that's like so wrong in 50,000 ways. Oh, we found V-Hugger. A bit too late. A bit too late. I'm gonna go here. Let's go with damage and percentage-based damage. And chance to double damage and whatnot. I think we're gonna survive like 2 or 3 more waves. It's not like we have a powerful weapon, to be honest. Although it is decent, but these tanky dudes here, as you see, are locking us in. I'll loop around. Blood and death opponents. These guys are a bit easier though. Oh, ice balls, nice. Let's not forget we're also getting the shielding bonus from the Wizzy Dizzy balls. I don't remember what they're called. Tranquil orbs, I think is what they're called. Let's actually read this correctly for once. Tranquilizing. Ah, tranquilizing, okay. Tranquilizing orbs. So now I know. Now I'm gonna read them correctly every time. Instant death on the boss. Crit damage, that's good. Crit damage is good. Let's continue hitting everything. I'm a bit sad that yesterday I forgot to watch the damage at the end of the video. Hopefully today I'm gonna remember to watch the damage at the end of the video. Because I want to have not a rating. I want to have some kind of way of seeing what is good and what is not. And this is, I think, a good chance. Although, fact of the matter is, if you don't have the same passives, like if you don't have the same damage passives, the same crit passives, and pretty much all the passives the same, then you cannot really know if the damage is similar or less or more or whatnot, because you have wrong data. Okay, ticks that have inside of them more enemies, run around, they're gonna spawn everywhere. I'm listening to elite spawn, and the boss spawned. Hey elite, buy elite, give me the item elite. Split shots, useless. Continue running around. Now I did YOLO in there, that was very dangerous. But whatever. Whoop, spawn more and spawn more. Whoop, here you go. An enemy is running us down, and enemy's toast. Let's see what we get. Fire. That's extremely busted, but useless. We're gonna get this 25% chance to get the shield. And the next level of tranquilizing mass is going to be that we gain a 50% damage shield. So the next level is the best one. What are we fighting? Ah, we're fighting Gaia, nice. Rich chance, that's useless. I'm saying Gaia nice because Gaia is the one quest I still have to get. I don't know why the dev said 100. Flawless Citrine, what? Flawless Citrine is this, right? Yeah, attack speed. So we just got attack speed madness. Yeah, I don't know why, literally, you have to kill 100 Gaias. Like, why? Dev, did you test this? Like, why? Look how fast we're attacking in comparison to previously. Oh, by the way, last video I forgot to up the bitrate. That was my mistake. People are saying that it was YouTube destroying the video. It was my fault. I'm sorry. I forgot about it. It's not fixable. If it was fixable, I would have fixed it somehow, but it is really not. Like, look how many frost shots we're shooting out. Attack speed is definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Okay, we go with even more AoE, obviously. We are in AoE build at this point. Let's see what we get. Crit damage. That's actually decent. Let's continue. What's my crit damage? 425. Will I ever be able to get 1000 crit damage? Honestly, I have to say, I completely agree with everybody that told me to stop going Bloodbath. This is so much better. Opponents just literally surrounding you. And even going with the one item run, also really worth it in my opinion. Look at all these frost shots getting shoot out. Look at all this madness. Boom, 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 boom. Explode, frost shots. Explode and protect your master. I'm getting a bit over my head here. Having my little fun. And we get surrounded again. Let's try to actually go towards the right side, I would say. No, bottom is good. Bottom is good. When I say right, I mean bottom. Bunch of opponents here. Nice. Clear them out. Clear them out. Run through. Go up. And the elite just appeared. And a new wave for that matter. Shout out frost shots. I also enjoy that I'm seeing like all these small running dudes coming close to us. And also I do enjoy here, look at this. All the bosses in the middle, and we just loop them around and fill them with frost shots that explode and destroy. Yes, I'm mad with power. Whoop, zigzag around. Sifd mode of operation. Insane! Power! Madness! And I'm having my fun. Whoop, it's just one of those. Wow, our mom just destroyed him. And when I say mom, I mean Gaia. We got a ×4 and a weapon that I don't want to pick up. It's a bit sad, but it is what it is. Go close, explosion there on that, explosion on that too. Crit damage, that's useful but useless at the same time. Fire, extremely powerful but useless. And here we go, 50% less damage taken. We're gonna take the tranquilizing mass. Is it still tranquilizing mass? Tranquilizing shield after you level it up, okay. Boom. 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 Me and my sound effects. Sifd effects. Let's go. Also, I was thinking about binding this whole idea with personalities and discussion about human nature with the Sifd idea. Because Sifd looks like a little virus, right? Although it's Io from Dota, but it looks like a little virus. And I was thinking about the fact that if you learn that stuff, like if you learn psychology, you pretty much stop being able to see people the same way. So the idea is that it's like a virus that gets into your mind. That's how I'm thinking about it. I think thematically it makes sense, right? How awesome does it sound thematically? That's a question. Or maybe it doesn't sound awesome at all. But in my mind it was like, yo, that's the idea. We're gonna go with it's like a virus. You learn it and your mind is changed forever. And then, like, because the virus is also how it works, right? Viruses get into your DNA and change it forever. That does not mean that it's better or worse. I mean, theoretically it's worse by definition. Because you definitely don't want a random virus in your system. I should also definitely stop saying this word because it's definitely keyworded by YouTube, but doesn't really matter. So yeah, the idea being, of course, that you learn it and then you cannot unsee the people. You cannot unsee the psychology aspect of humans. And let's go with even more AoE. I know there was AoE damage as a choice, but obviously AoE is the choice. Yeah, we're getting super duper surrounded. Does it matter? I mean, theoretically I should not get surrounded. Theoretically I should just be over here in the corner and be like, we safe. I safe. But that's also not a good idea because opponents are all over the place. Let's actually start trying to shoot some ice shots in there. Opponents are also behind me. Look at this madness. Look at this madness. Now this is where you need the power of explosion. I now realize what the point of having the kill counter explosion thing is. Wow, the other boss died off screen. And we literally got it. How much more ask and you shall receive can you possibly get than this? Okay, how much more? Like, tell me, just tell me how much more ask and you shall receive you want to hear from me until you understand that it is a thing. I literally asked for this thing and I literally got it. And I wasn't even really asking for it. I was just like, it would be nice to have that thing. And then boom, it's here. Oh, insane, insane. So now we got this splash explosion that should help us with masses upon masses upon masses of getting surrounded. So that's nice. Ice everywhere, man. Ice everywhere. Elites incoming. We still do not have the cardiac arrest. Oh, we got sniped. 2 elites are incoming. I'm announcing how many elites are coming so that I remember. You know what? I'm gonna go half a level over 5% attack speed. So I remember to pick that up. It wasn't attack speed, by the way. It was crit damage. Still same difference. I prefer half a level over. I'm gonna get the 5% AoE though. 5% crit damage is like 5 damage. I'm doing 200 and something right now, so that it's not a lot. While 5% AoE is important because AoE is the main thing we have going on. Well, here we go. 50% less damage taken. Just like that. Now I have a permanent 50%, and I also have the shield for another 50%. Fire, the most busted item in the game. We're not gonna take that. Sifd. Who is this? Is this Sifd? Did you just hear Sifd say, this is the most broken thing in the game? I'm not gonna take that. Who is this guy? I'm firing myself. I'm gonna tell my editor to remember to fire me. Let's go. Next scene, Sifd is fired. YouTube is done. Let's go into that. Bye bye you. Let's see what we get. Tranquilizing shield. Another 2. Let's go. And another elite's incoming. Avoid all the shots. I definitely should do loop-de-loops so that a bunch of ice shots are all over the place, hitting a bunch of other opponents. Nice. Let's see what we get. Dizzy balls. Nice. That is part of the allowed things that I'm allowed to get. So now we have 2 turrets that attack us, to attack for us, close by. These turrets are godlike with Ooh, another 2 levels on spiky discharge. So in case you don't know, by the way, there is a bug there. So in case you don't know, this now only scales damage, and it also scales the bottom half, which says a burst of spikes erupts, dealing 500 damage stored when what? So it says enemies who touch you are dealt 16 damage, and damage dealt to you is stored. Once released, a burst of spikes erupts, dealing 1000 damage to all opponents around. Okay, that's what it says. Now, I don't know when it releases, so to speak. And also, this 1000% damage, I don't really know what that's supposed to be, but, you know, it is what it is. Magmus is dead. I'm super surrounded by everything. I think we're dying. Got a level here. We're actually alive. Split. Okay, we're gonna throw that out too. A lot of things that are not what we want. Got the magnet by mistake. Clear everything out. Clear everything out. Okay, everything's cleared out. Let's run in there. I think there was a magnet. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Let's go next. Let's go next. Whoop, they're chasing us down. Whoa, let's go ice explosions. Let's go ice explosions. Ice explosions. We are almost 1 hour in runtime. Movement speed gives damage. Tranquilizing mass or more dizzy balls. We're gonna go movement speed gives us damage over dizzy balls. Obviously, we want crit chance. Please give it to us. Please give me my good old cardiac arrests. I might be wrong about how busted the cardiac arrests are, by the way, because we're exploding bosses, one-shotting bosses again. So I used to think that bosses explode because of cardiac arrest. I start thinking now it's because of the when they're full life, they have a chance to explode thing that we have. And it's not even explode, they just have a chance to get more damage again. Not more damage, get damage twice. I don't know why I rephrased this 5 times. I need to, I have the need to be precise on my thing that I'm saying. Yeah, let's continue on attacking opponents, and hopefully we're gonna get the best out of whatever we can get here, which is just a bunch of damage. And hopefully I'm gonna remember to look at the damage at the end so we can compare with the boomerangs when the boomerangs come along. By the way, do you still enjoy this? Do you enjoy Goobies? Because now that I'm doing this new run thing, I do enjoy this. And also now that I'm once in a while talking about random stuff, that's also a thing I want to ask. Do you enjoy random stuff? Because I have read comments saying that they don't enjoy the social commentary. A lot of people enjoy just my classic Sifd vibe, which is, you know, just chilling and talking about the game itself, right? Because I've read a lot of comments saying that they doze off with me and that they, you know, enjoy not really having anything thought-provoking in these videos, just me explaining the runs. And then I have also had other people telling me that... Attack speed, let's go. Other people telling me that they do enjoy being able to not need to watch to understand what's happening. Like, yes, I have read a comment literally saying that I watched the first video to understand what's happening, and then I stopped. Like, now I'm just, you know, chilling, working, and listening to you in the background or something along those lines. I said literally, but I paraphrase. So, I don't mean literally. It's always paraphrase. Is it always paraphrase? Actually, no. If I want to pinpoint the specific thing said, I can actually do that. Like, maybe with text it's a bit harder. Like, in text I fail at it, but when I'm close by with a person and we're talking about something, I will be fully engaged and I will literally remember you saying things. Especially when they are thought-provoking or when they differentiate something, or when you put a lot of your heart into it. Like, if you're super duper happy about something, or if you're super duper sad about something, like if there is feelings mixed into whatever you're telling me, then I will most likely remember it, as said. And especially the moment we're talking, like when we're talking, I literally listen to exactly what the other person's talking. Like, it has happened so many times to me. Somebody tells me, what was I talking about? And I literally repeat for 2 minutes of sentences. Like, I'm like, first you said this, then you said that, then you said that, then you said that, then you said, and I'm trying to help them find the thought process that they were going through. I cannot do it to myself. Like, that's why I'm getting lost in thoughts, and then I'm like, what was I talking about? But I can definitely do it with others because I'm super duper engaged with what everybody is saying around me and close to me. And that's also why I enjoy this whole idea of personalities and psychology, and that's also why I enjoy going out and talking with people and in general talking, just in general talking. I do enjoy that. Like, I am very much a person that loves discussions, loves disagreements. I just love anything that has to do with talking with people while there is no risk of the other person getting mad or sad about it. Because I don't enjoy making people mad or sad. But I do enjoy having weird opinions and different opinions and, you know, trying to deep dive into your thought process to see where you're coming from, what you're exactly saying, why you say what you say. And a lot of people do not enjoy that. A lot of people do not enjoy getting doubted again and again and again, right? Wildfire, I'm not gonna take that. So, yeah, it's like the ups and downs, the ups and downs. I love talking, but you need to be able to be okay with feeling judged. Although I'm not judging like anybody. I'm literally not judging. I'm always trying to understand. But a lot of people straight up don't want to explain. Like, you know, you definitely have seen people that tell you things like, that's what I believe, man. What can I tell you? Or just, they don't even say what can I tell you? Just straight up tell you, that's what I believe. The end. I don't want to explain more. Or the I don't want to explain more isn't even said, right? It's inside their head. They just tell you, that's what I believe. That's it. Like, that's what I believe. And I cannot talk with people like that. Like, I'm like, okay, I guess. Well, then that's it. We don't talk anymore. Or there are other people that say, if you don't understand, then I'm not gonna explain it to you. Like, that's even worse, by the way. That's a lot worse. People projecting that because you don't understand something, it's not their fault, but it's your fault. And that's very weird to me, that when somebody is like, because they don't want to explain, right? It's not about they don't want to explain it because they're bored or something. It's just that they don't. They believe something. Like, let's say, what's a not dangerous discussion matter? Okay, let's say you believe that it's better for the, you know, for a house to have trees, and I believe that it's not good for a house to have trees. Okay, and I might tell you, why do you believe a house with trees is better? They might tell me, yeah, because I think it's better because you have shadow in your house and it makes the house pretty. Okay, which is just a fair example of what they would say. And then let's say I say, yeah, okay, of course, shadow in the house is good and, you know, it makes the house prettier. Yes, I do agree. But also having trees in your, I guess, house makes, not house, in your lawn makes it so that you have to clean the lawn more because it's gonna have a bunch of what is it called? Not flowers, leaves, and then you also have to deal with whatever else might happen, which is that if you have, for example, an apple tree, it will have apples, and then those apples will fall on the ground, and that will make it so that you have a lot more bees and whatnot, and a lot more, in general, more bugs, because, you know, sweet stuff like fruits do attract those things. And then I can give you a bunch of million examples as to why you should not have trees in your lawn, right? And then the person might just answer, well, okay, but I don't believe that. Or they might just tell me, yeah, I don't care. And they might end the discussion there, like straight up, boom. And even if I ask them, why don't you care though? They might just straight up say, yeah, because that's what I believe. Because I believe it's better to have trees. Or they might say, well, if you can understand why trees are better, then I'm not gonna explain to you. Now, right now I'm saying trees, right? It's a bad example on purpose because I don't want to offend anybody, because I don't know what opinion everybody has about who knows what theme. But just think about it as an example, okay? Like, you can think about any other discussion you ever had with a person, and you definitely can pinpoint what I'm trying to explain here. And most of the time, we're not talking about trees, right? We're talking about social matters, we're talking about opinions, about life, you know, we're talking about where you're going with your life, what you're doing with your life, what your purpose is, what your ideas are, what your opinions are, you know, what do you believe about this and that. And then it's even harder, right? Because then people get offended if you tell them something that you just disagree with them, and they're like, no, but I believe the opposite. You know, I'm pretty sure right now what's happening with the internet and, you know, all these movements and all those philosophers and psychologists and all those people doing shorts and even long form content, and, you know, all those, a lot of people are discussing a lot of issues that a lot of other people just disagree with by saying, yeah, but I don't believe that, or I don't agree with it, and then they just end it there. And I can explain to you why that happens, okay? I have been going full-on deep dive into personalities for exactly this purpose, because I always had issues with these people. Not issues like I hate them issues, but issues with I cannot talk with them issues, because I do enjoy talking. And I found the solution. Like, I literally understand now why that is a thing, and I want to spread that knowledge with other people like you. So if you are excited about that, then I'm excited too, because it's gonna happen. It's closing in, it's closing in. I'm just like making my head clear as to what exactly I want to explain and how exactly I'm gonna do it, and then it's gonna come. There is also a good chance that it's gonna straight up just be an already set up channel. Like, I'm gonna maybe do the channel first, have everything lined up and ready, and then have like 5 or 6 video, everything ready to be released back to back, and then maybe launch the channel. Because the thing is that this whole thing needs a lot of base knowledge, and the issue is that the base knowledge is boring and a lot. Like, it's a lot of base knowledge that you need to have, and at the same time the base knowledge is also not something that is convincing. Like, the most convincing part is actually learning applications of how exactly to use all the knowledge of personalities and people and, you know, whatnot. Also, I've already read comments, by the way, disagreeing with me already. Like, it's pseudoscience and whatnot, which I know it's pseudoscience, but what also is true is that it's pseudoscience that is like, people are looking in for the last 5 to 10 years. Yes, I do know, it's like Carl Jung talked about it, but yeah, what Carl Jung talked about in comparison to what's happening right now is night and day. Let's destroy Gaia here, please, as we have the quest with Gaia. Okay, our mom died somehow, and Gaia is now dead too. Very nice. And let's continue on. Dizzy balls, let's go. We got more DPS. I still do not have the heart attacks, the cardiac arrests. Let's destroy them. So I would like to listen opinions about all the things I talked about. That not only includes the topics themselves, but my most important thing I want to learn right now from you guys listening here at the end. You, the 20% that stay here, thanks for watching, by the way, this whole part of the video. I want to listen from you guys if you want me to talk more or less about random stuff. Because, as I said, I do know there are people that hate the social commentary and random stuff they don't care about, and then I also know that people like this and don't want to hear the same gameplay again and again and again. Like, I have read comments being negative about me not talking about anything, and then I also have read comments being positive about me not talking about anything. So this is a good chance here to see what I should follow doing. And otherwise, you know, if you don't want me to talk anymore about this and you are a vocal, not minority, the opposite, vocal, what is the opposite of minority? If you are more than the minority, if you are the majority. So if you're a vocal majority that all say that I should not talk about social matters anymore, you know, in general about social commentary, actually not social matters, then I will do so. And then we're gonna go back to, let's go look at these explosions. Let's actually go back to the gameplay for a moment, because we're gonna die in a moment. So look at these explosions. Actually, look at these explosions. They have become huge. It's a bit sad that I haven't leveled up the frostbolt lately, but I really love this. We're keeping everything at bay. And I also really enjoy that we're not playing with bloodbath anymore. All of you that told me to stop playing bloodbath, all of you are correct. Good job talking about me with this. I am reading the comments. I do know there are a bunch of comments that are saying he's not reading the comments because the comments repeat themselves, or he's not reading the comments because we're telling him for 5 days that this is happening, etc, etc. I do know. I am reading the comments. The thing is, I'm reading them whenever I have time to do so, and that's like once every week, once every 5 days. I am trying to get whatever I can get. I'm sorry for not being able to read everything. I did used to read literally every single comment every single day back in the day when you know, the channel begun, but at this point too many comments are happening, and also at the same time my life is a bit too complex at this point. I want to, you know, I begun this YouTube thing because I needed to find a job that actually is me, because I was in Deloitte and I literally felt like a drone, so I had to do something, and this became my life. And now I'm trying to do the opposite. Right now I'm trying to flip this around and stop YouTube being my life, because I want to get social. I want to start, you know, meeting people, you know, start interacting with humans. Good damage, 40%, let's go. So that's why I have stopped. Like, the comments was one of maybe the first things that was like, okay, it is my community, yes, but it's also 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours per day just reading through comments, which obviously are welcome, and I was having fun. Like, I do enjoy reading them. I do enjoy being like, oh, Sifd, you did that wrong, you did this right, oh, but Sifd, you know, I do enjoy that. Like, I do enjoy seeing opinions and whatnot, but you know, also the real life is a thing. So yeah, I try to literally do what I can, guys. I'm doing what I can. I am reading them slowly, once every week or once every 5 days. Sometimes I'm also reading them back to back, especially when I have a specific question. Like these Goobies videos lately, because I'm talking about a bunch of things that I care about, I'm reading the comments like maybe the one day after the video comes out. Obviously, the day the video comes out, it's very few comments. It's just I'm first and I'm second and whatnot. But yeah, I'm trying to. So this video is gonna be one of those where I'm gonna look into it a bit earlier. Here we go, more damage and 1500 on the block, or more no, let's go with this. Let's go with more block damage and more spikes damage and whatnot. Although I'm not really sure when the spikes even happen. I don't think we're gonna even lose. So there is a cutoff point, 1 hour duration on the video, but I don't think we need to have a cutoff point, because yesterday, if you remember, not yesterday, whenever I uploaded the last video, which most likely is yesterday, we lost, like we died, not on purpose. So maybe I shouldn't even try to constrict myself here with time or anything. At some point we will not be able to destroy all the opponents. And like 3 to 5 waves ago, we even got surrounded and actually got hit very heavily. So if the same thing happens in a wave where the... Oh, here it is. Okay, we survived. Yeah, as you understand, there are some specific waves that are extremely dangerous. And that is how we're gonna lose. And that is either the mega tanks or the tanky walkers. Those two are the most dangerous waves. The mega tanks, so that's the brutes with the helmet, or the tanky walkers, which is pretty much the two-legged walkers with the helmets again. Those are the most dangerous waves. Hey Gaia. Bye Gaia. So Gaia died very fast, and then at the end they don't die fast. I really believe it's the high life thing, man. It's the when you have a lot of life thing that seems to be doing the insane damage that pops them off. Although I'm not sure once again. Maybe it's also the bleed. Who knows? By the way, when the opponent loses half their health in a second, shouldn't they also die 2 seconds later? Because bleed is supposed to repeat the damage by 50%. So if not half, like if they lose 2/3 of their life in a second, that means that bleed should also do the other 1/3, because 1/3 is half of 2/3, and because bleed, by the way, when we're talking about bleed, we're talking about this thing, 50% of my damage is repeated. They should die over 3 seconds or every 3 seconds. Damage over 3 seconds, yeah. So that means after 3 seconds, the boss should die. Here are the normal tanks, and here are the tanky walkers. Tanky walkers incoming, tanky walkers destroyed, deflected. Deflected. Man, by the way, whenever I say the word deflected, I always remember the Key and Peele short. It's not a short, the Key and Peele sketch, where it's the old Navy or something, the old... I don't remember what exactly the name of the short is. Maybe somebody knows. It's not a short, it's a sketch. If somebody remembers what sketch I'm talking about, or understands what sketch I'm talking about, you can comment down below and tell the exact name of it, and maybe some people will watch it. It's like it was my most liked, funny Key and Peele sketch I have ever seen. It's like literally the first sketch I saw from them, and I found it so funny. It was the most funny thing in the universe. I mean, maybe we don't have the same humor, but you can go ahead and watch it and see if it's funny to you too, if somebody remembers the exact name. It has something to do with an old commander or something, and the concept for anybody having seen it, I'm not gonna spoil it here, is that the commander still thinks he got it, and he tries to showcase how much he got it. Oh, we're getting super surrounded. Somebody definitely knows the exact name of what that is called, so if you want to watch it, go in the comment section and look it up. I would assume and hope, at least. Whoop, let's loop-de-loop-de-loop. Although once again, you're about 20 to 30% of the retention rate right now. Here at the last 53 minutes, a lot of people have already left. So it's you guys, it's the chosen crew. Let's go into even more AoE. It's the chosen crew that learns about the random stuff. Let's go. The rest only know that this is a frostbolt build. Let's go. Attack, attack, attack. We got the elites. As I'm seeing here, the elites do not really die, so I am correct to assume that we're gonna have issues with those. Gaia is here. Gaia is dying. Gaia is toast. Do not run in there for no reason. Nice. Good damage. 10%. 10% is 10%, man. 10% is 10%, which means it's trash, but whatever. Tranquilizing shield. We are gonna have 5,000. Yeah. Da-na-na-na-na. That is a rhythm of a song that used to be Greek. Any Greeks in the chat? By the way, my editor has found... What was that? There was a sound effect that did like... like a warning sound effect. First time listening to it ever. I don't know what that was. It was like... Anyway, my editor has found 2 people that know me. Like that have listened to me. Like like my editor literally told some friends, like somebody asked them, what's your job? You know, what do you... Oh, we're dying. We're dying. Panic, panic, panic. Let's go to corner. Corner safer. Oh, panic, panic, panic. The story with editor. Nobody's gonna know it. Yeah, they asked my editor, what's your job? And he told me he's an editor. My editor told them he's an editor in a channel. What channel? Sifd channel. Sifd channel. I know that. And then boom, you know, I found people that know me. Whoa, but I haven't seen them yet. So nobody knows my face. Nobody has actually seen me. Only my editor. I even have my front guy, you know? My front guy, the editor. Let's go, which might or might not listen to this. Whoa. Let's destroy the elite here. We still do not have cardiac arrest. I'm telling you, cardiac arrest is the god run. No. We're gonna die. Oh, go run in there. Yeah, we run out. No, we're dead. No, they died 1 second later. I should not have run in there, obviously. But this is Sifd you're watching. The guy that YOLOs. And this time, when I say million, I mean 1 billion damage. No, so close to the billion. 994 million damage. Insanity. This time I remembered to watch this, by the way. This time I remembered, boys. 1 million is a lot. I want to do a fire build at some point. And then... What? Excuse me, man. The Dev, listen up. Dev, listen up. I'm gonna even do ASMR here for you. Dev, you need to look up why you add 900 million with 900 million and you get 1 billion. Now, I do know the reason. It's because this thing does overkill damage and it counts it, while this most likely does not count overkill damage. But Dev, you need to fix this one. You need to fix the overkill damage numbers. And, oh, this also did damage. Under 399. Oh, that's actually cool. Okay, so that's going to be it for today. Oh, by the way, do you enjoy my ASMR voice? Let me end this video on the ASMR voice. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thanks for watching. And see you guys around. Oh, by the way, we have merchandise. Merchandise is actually out. It's a bit expensive. That's mostly because of the site. I tried to have it as low as possible because I care about mostly spreading it around. But fourth wall is a bit expensive. It doesn't even allow me to undercut some things. Like, it literally tells me, if you sell the stickers at this price, you're only gonna make 50 cents. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I want to only make 50 cents out of the stickers. I don't care. I want them to spread. And then it also tells you, oh, but you also have to put them above $7.50. Like, please allow me to sell them on production price. I want to be a loss leader on the stickers, but it does not allow me to. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thanks for watching and see you guys around.